Hey you guys, it's Rachel here with Senza Cane Corso. So I'm out here with our new girl, the new import girl. And I've got Mad Mortigan out here, and I've got Nirvana out here. And as you can see, she's very happy, she's very excited, tail up. She's wishing that she could play right now, but got her on leash. So the people that had her had mentioned that they thought that she was a very fearful dog, and that she had fear issues, but I made the mistake of letting this dog off leash, and I noticed that she got stubborn on me, and she would do this thing where she would go and run into the woods and kind of stare at me, and then she would try to get like this fearful look on her face. But we were just playing, and we would literally go from playing. She would come out, she would play with me, and then she would go and run in the woods and try to be stubborn. And what I found was that this dog basically uses, how could I say, like she manipulates by trying to basically get people to feel sorry for her. And she basically will act scared as a way of manipulating. Yeah, bro, we see you, bruh. And it's not actually a foreign concept to me. I've actually seen it before. And so that's, look at that structure. Look at that fantastic structure on this dog, you guys. Rock solid. So anyway, so I kind of noticed it, about her. Dropped the leash for a minute there. And so, like for example, she was in the house and, we were playing or whatever, but then I would ask her to do something and then she would try to act like she was scared. But I knew that logically there was no way that she was scared because there's no reason for her to be scared. So I knew that it wasn't real. And so instead of allowing her to kind of like do what she wants and do that whole thing, I just put a leash on her and brought her outside to go to the bathroom. And when she tried to do it to me in the kennel, good girl, because I did put her in the kennel. I put her in the kennel overnight. And the first time I went to get her out of the kennel, she sat in the back of the kennel, tried to act scared. So what I did is I put the leash on her. I pulled her out, not aggressively, non-emotionally. I just put it on. I pulled her out in one quick motion. And then I walked out with her. And what I noticed, which what'll happen with dogs that try that, is they'll try to look up at you and get really like, they'll try to act afraid of you in that moment. And it's theater, right? And so what I do is I just flat out ignored her. So I didn't pay any attention to her. I let her do her little song and dance, and I kept walking and I kept doing my thing. And then when she peed and she pooped, I gave her affection because I want her to know, good girl, good girl, good girl, good girl, that she's a good girl for going to the bathroom. Good girl. Yes, you are. And then now that she's gone, we're going to immediately take our little butts back inside. But anyway, it was important. And I don't mean like right now we're going to take her butt inside, but I mean like yesterday. And so it's really important to recognize that dogs are capable of manipulation. Unfortunately, there's a lot of people out there that are trying to make it seem like dogs are much dumber, and that they're not capable of nuance or manipulation, or playing games with you. And they absolutely are. And they can use various different methods. But this particular dog decided that she was going to try to use, fear and sadness and stuff like that as a way of manipulating. But this dog has no fear. This dog is not like that at all. But she did try that with me, and I quickly realized what it was, and I just ignored it. And there are some behaviors that you can ignore, and there are some behaviors that you should not ignore. That is a behavior that you should ignore. And the reason why is because if I would have pet her or done anything to try to reassure her, that would have rewarded her manipulation. She would have assumed that she had me wrapped around her finger, and she probably would have even been more dramatic. And I wouldn't have put it past her to, I've seen dogs that are like that, and you'll, the more you try to kind of console them, the more dramatic they get, and they'll even like shake and do things like that. And it's just drama. And if you ignore them and you completely do your own thing and you pet them when they're good, but you don't pet them when they're acting that way, they will literally come out of it. They will stop acting that way, and it won't be a problem. So, just something to think about, that there are ways that dogs can manipulate, and, acting afraid, acting like, they are too scared to do something. There's a lot of ways that they can do that. But as you can see, the way she's trying to jerk me around, and, whenever I get onto her and I pull back, and she's not acting like, oh my God, what did you do? Why did you pull on my neck? Like, she's not reacting in a fearful way to things that a fearful dog would react in fear to. And the way she's trying to pull me around, you see how I kind of yanked her back a bit, brought her back to me. She didn't turn around with hurt feelings and look at me like, oh my God, you pulled me. You know what I mean? She's a tough dog. And so anyway, so it's an experience thing. Like, you really have to have a lot of years in training dogs and in this breed to kind of recognize everything that they're capable of doing. But anyway, she's really a good dog. See that structure? Reese and I were talking about it, and we are going to, so we just got a co-owned male, this beautiful Formentino male that so far we've named, what do we name him? We named Fabio, but we may not keep that name if he doesn't respond to it. But she's going to take him and show him, and I'm going to show this girl, and then we'll end up campaigning that male. We may end up campaigning both of them, if I'm being entirely honest with you, because both of them are extremely nice dogs. And then I've also got Kubrick, and so we've got quite a few dogs that I'm really excited about putting out that are going to be extremely, extremely competitive dogs. So very, very exciting. I think probably tomorrow I'll let her off leash a little bit again, and work with her. The only reason I don't want to do it right now is because she's kind of a little independent, I've noticed. Like, I think it's because there we go. I think it's because she, quit. You will stop that. No. See, she's over here trying to push me around a bit. Definitely not a weak dog. Come here. Quit. Don't knock the thought right out of my brain. You better cut it out. Dang. Completely forgot what I was going to say because she was yanking me around. Hold on a minute. Okay, sorry about that. I was determined to figure out what I was talking about because I knew it was important. So, what I've noticed about this female is that she's passed hands. She went from the breeder to another family that kind of let her kind of make her own decisions. Like, they would ask her if she wanted to do, like, they would ask her to come outside, and then, but she wasn't on leash, and so when she wouldn't come, then they would just kind of, like, they would just accept the fact that she didn't come, which is a stubbornness thing. So she's kind of used to getting her way, and she's a little disrespectful. So the way she was trying to yank me around, stuff like that, is disrespectful. And so what I did is I fixed my collar placement so that she can't do that to me anymore. I try not to necessarily amp up on a dog very quickly because you have to build some trust first. But I don't know if you can tell, but I fixed my collar placement here by pulling, the neck down. There's a little bit of dewlap underneath there that I could pull through, but I'm filming it. It's a little hard to do. And so you see that look on her face? There's a little bit of a the fun is over. So here, see how it kind of slipped down? So that's because my collar placement's not correct. So I'm going to try to pull this down all around here. There we go. So I can maintain that. And this will prevent her from being able to yank me around the way that she was a second ago, because I'm not going to tolerate that. Now, I will say that it's fine to give a dog, I've not had her very long, so it's fine to give them a little bit of time, and I mean maybe a day or two, but depending upon the dog if they really start to horse you around and mess with you, you're going to have to put that training in whether you want to or not. And so like for her, even though I would like to be a little bit more easy on her, her behavior is indicating to me that I'm going to need to be more stern. So that's why I had to fix my collar placement and not let her get away with that. And as you saw, when Ma'am Mortigan went running around, she didn't try to leap at him. So she's not gonna, good girl. So I've got her head now and she can't do anything that she wants to do because the collar placement is correct. And so she can't do what she wants. Now this is a little thick for her. She almost needs something a little thinner. Nirvana. Are you a Nirvana? Are you a Nirvana? Oh, look at that. So see that how she jumped in front of her? Dominance. She really wanted to prevent Nirvana from being able to get affection from me. So definitely not a weak dog, not a punk. She's highly intelligent and manipulative. That's what I'm seeing. Come here, Ma'am Mortigan. And this loop lead slipped down. I need to fix that. So she really needs a collar that is better suited for her. A thinner collar that will fit better on her neck so that it will stay up there. But anyway, I just woke up, so I got to get inside and get some coffee in me. I was up really late last night talking with a good friend and trying to help them navigate a hard day. So I hope y'all are having a good day, and I'll talk at you later. Bye.